Frank Costello was an Italian-American crime boss of the Luciano crime family. Born in 1891 in the rough neighborhoods of New York City, Frank Costello didn't come from wealth or privilege. Instead, he rose from humble beginnings, shaping his fate through keen intelligence and an unshakable ambition. But what set Costello apart from other criminals of his time wasn't just his street smarts. He had an incredible knack for playing the long game. While many mobsters were driven by brute force and immediate gains, Costello understood that true power didn't lie in violence. It lay in influence, in building relationships, and in controlling the flow of money, not just on the streets, but in the corridors of power. And that's where the first of Costello's key lessons emerges: financial leverage. He didn't just focus on making money, he focused on making connections that would multiply his wealth. Frank Costello's mastery of leverage wasn't limited to the world of organized crime. He understood the power of partnerships and how collaborating with powerful figures, politicians, businessmen, even law enforcement, could expand his empire far beyond what was imaginable. But here's where things get really interesting. While most would expect Costello to simply exploit these relationships for his own gain, he did something unexpected. He knew that a strong partnership wasn't just about taking, it was about giving. And this subtle approach gave him an edge that others didn't see coming. While most people think about financial success as a race for cash, Frank Costello was playing a completely different game. He knew that the true secret to wealth was control over information. Costello positioned himself as the ultimate insider. By staying one step ahead of his rivals, he was able to predict outcomes and make calculated investments. This allowed him to control the flow of money, not just in crime but in legitimate industries. Costello was a master of risk management. Unlike others who rushed to make quick, high-stakes moves, he understood the value of calculated risks. He never put all his eggs in one basket. Instead, he diversified, investing in everything from nightclubs to casinos, from labor unions to political ties. This spread his risks and multiplied his opportunities. But there's more to his approach, something that can completely transform the way you think about your financial future. Frank Costello knew that his empire wasn't just built on his own skills. It was built on the art of patience, the ability to wait for the right moment, the right deal, the right time to strike. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, Costello's patient, methodical approach to wealth creation is a lesson that many overlook today. And this is where Costello's story takes a dark turn. Despite his control, his influence, and his wealth, he would face his own downfall. Because even in the world of high-stakes finance and organized crime, trust is fragile and betrayal inevitable. His story serves as a stark reminder that while wealth can be built through strategy, patience, and leverage, it can also be destroyed just as quickly. But what lessons can we take from Frank Costello's life that will allow us to not only protect our wealth, but grow it sustainably? Ultimately, Frank Costello's financial wisdom lies in understanding the importance of diversification, calculated risks, and strategic partnerships. These principles are just as relevant today as they were during his rise to power in the 20th century. If you want to build wealth like Costello, you need to master the art of leveraging your relationships, understanding where to take calculated risks, and most importantly, how to think long-term, building a legacy rather than chasing quick profits. For more on how to harness the power of long-term strategies in building wealth, be sure to check out my next video on the power of compounding. It's a concept that can drastically change the way you think about your money and your future. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for watching, and remember, wealth is not just about what you make, but how you manage and grow it. I'll see you in the next video.